All right, man. Shout outs my guy Jalopy Bungus. Hey, man, this guy dropped a cipher video. I think he's from Arizona, so it's like a bunch of artists from Arizona and him, and he fucking kills that shit. Everyone else did pretty good too. You know what I mean? I'm not talking shit about anybody, but his shit was great. And it makes sense, bro. His videos are very like he's got good takes. You know what I mean? So I didn't know he made music until then, and it actually doesn't surprise me that it was actually like really good. So yeah, man, check this guy's stuff out if you haven't. Jalopy Bungus, he's at about 60K subs. You know what I mean? Makes great hip hop theory, breakdown videos and stuff. He's dope.
This video is about to get very surgical, so stay with me. When I think about 616 in LA, not only is it an incredible rap song, the lyrics are fantastic, all that good stuff, right? Scathing diss, blah, blah, blah. It's more of a cautionary tale now that we're seeing the way things are unfolding for Drake. I think one of the main messages in that song was that the people who are around you are in it for the money. They're in it for the connections.
For themselves.
They don't genuinely care about you, and they don't genuinely want to be around you. As a matter of fact, they're plotting your downfall as we speak.
But bro, let's be real. That's the kind of energy you attract when you're that kind of person. You know what I'm saying? If you're always like social ladder climbing or whatever, don't be surprised when you run into some other climbers.
But you're so arrogant, you probably not gonna believe it because it came from me. And it's crazy because if you fast forward to today, this is mainly all Drake has been rapping about since this battle took place. Drake and his team has consistently tried to convince everybody that Drake is unflustered, he's unbothered, and nothing's been going on. But his music tells a different story. And I think the music tells the story of somebody who has bought his relationships, who has used his influence to inflate his relationships, and is really pretty much love bombed people. Not just the women in his life with the relationships, but love bombed people with gifts and all these different things. And in return believes that they are now supposed to be loyal to him under any circumstance. Drake believes that if he supports you, if he buys you something, if he helps support your album, if he gives you a feature, you are now forever indebted to him and
for life, dude. He got you that BBL. He's fucking you for life.
Going against him is betrayal. For example, this dude still can't believe it's been a year plus. This dude still is baffled that LeBron James went to the pop out. As if LeBron James isn't a fan of his music and Kendrick Lamar's music. He was constantly trying to put LeBron in a position to where he had to be on his side. And what I have to ask is, what made you believe that LeBron would only be on your side? A lot of people would say, oh, LeBron and Drake call each other brothers and family, boom, boom. Bruh, these people are living completely different lives than you and me are. These are business relationships most of the time, dog. These people don't give a fuck about each other, and they be the first person to...
I mean, bro, but also, like, LeBron is a hip-hop historian. You know, how could you hold a hip-hop... Like, how could you hold that against him when he just wants to be there to witness history? You know what I'm saying? He's a historian, bro. He needs to be the, like, if you're like, check it out, dude. If you're a journalist, you know what I mean, and you got a tip that some crazy shit's gonna happen, Spider-Man's gonna pop up, why wouldn't you be there to take the picture, bro? You know, that's kind of the point, bro. He's a hip hop historian, and he's there to witness history. Like, you kind of got to deal with it, Drake.
Throw the other person under the bus if it came down to it. I mean, let's be real here. On top of this, we don't even know Kendrick.
Yeah, why don't you do something historic, though? You feel me? Like, I don't know,
Lamar's relationship with LeBron James. Relationships don't always got to be platformed. And I say that to say that building authentic relationships is so important, because if you don't build your relationships authentically, you are going to end up like Drake. You're going to end up like Drake, looking at somebody who's your LeBron, thinking, wait a minute, didn't I show up to one of your games? Didn't I boom, boom? Why aren't you riding with me into the sunset? And that's because the relationship wasn't built authentically. It was built through some other shit. Then you look at the other side, and these relationships are built authentically. There's real documented history that has nothing to do with the fact that one is powerful and one isn't. No. These guys, all these years later, are still tied in. You ain't heard one bit of drama, one bit of bullshit ever leak this circle. Ever. And that's what happens when you build authentic relationships. And not only building authentic relationships, but making sure that your character is at the forefront in these relationships as often as possible. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody, you see what I'm saying? So I'm not finna get on here and say Drake is the only person to ever make a mistake in a friendship or whatever. But what I'm saying is, you can tell when people have a great sense of character based on the people who have been around them for a long time. And when you look at the way Absol, Schoolboy Q, and J-Rock and Ken...
Let me tell you something, dude. Drake would never allow a picture like this. Like, you can't find me a picture like this of Drake with his peers or with someone who he thinks is his peer, you know what I mean? And, because, of course, he probably doesn't think anybody is his peer, you know what I mean? He probably thinks he's better than everybody. But I can't think of many pictures like this of where, like, Drake is, you know, I don't know. Drake doesn't get many like this. That's all.
The way they all talk about each other, the way they all give it up for each other and show love, this is authenticity. Then you look on the other side, when Drake talk about his real friends, he talking about niggas like Metro Boomin and Future. Niggas who he did not know before he got into the industry.
Right, bro. What the fuck?
Niggas is too deep into the game to be talking about, oh, you're not my real friends. It's the industry, bro. It's the industry. Y'all saw how everybody was acting when that whole Diddy situation was going down. Everybody was finna throw each other under the bus, bro. These niggas don't give a fuck about each other. They got their own.
Yeah, man. Shit's gonna be real awkward for a lot of people, if, you know, when Diddy gets out.
Lives. So when I see people buy into this, oh, they betrayed Drake and boo, and all this different stuff, bruh, these guys were already established before they met, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's different, dog. It's different. Even when you look at his transactional
Look at this fucking Jabba the Hutt looking motherfucker right here. Jesus, bro.
Relationships like with like DJ Academics. DJ Academics been a double agent. He been trying to show up for Drake. He spoiled information or whatever, spun a narrative about Drake. You know that was intentional. Even when we look at a dude like Top 5, this dude was bailed out by Drake. And he still done had moments on social media where he either throwing subs at Drake or he getting on streams talking about crimes and all this different stuff that could potentially put Drake in a bad position. It's like, bro, he's still talking about LeBron going to the pop out. But he's spinning it in a way where he making it seem like LeBron was riding his wave back in the day. And I'm like, bruh, we was all alive back then. But this is somebody they want to make you believe got backstabbed because he really cared about these people. Nah, you don't spin a narrative like this if you really gave, let's be honest, bro. Take a look, bro.
Wow, look.
Who's really doing the D-riding here?
What the fuck is this, dude?
Be honest. Let's be real. But that's what is going on. They spin the narrative and they're expecting this new generation to pick up on these narratives because they wasn't there, but we was there. We know who was, come on, bruh. I'm not even a huge LeBron James fan, but we're not even gonna sit here and act like that. That's crazy. It's too much evidence of Drake having completely transactional.
Look, dude, look at his face. Yo.
Relationships with people and knowing that he has transactional relationships with people.
This could be like a Renaissance painting called The Bitch or some shit like that. This is insane.
People. But if they don't stand by him in all measures, all of a sudden it's a cry me a river. At this point, it's no coming back, dog. The lawsuit, you can't even be rated. You couldn't even be rated when you wasn't writing your rhymes, but all the way up to the lawsuit, I can't even count the shit bro was writing. You see what I'm saying? So, but thank y'all for watching. If y'all love bars, like real bars and real rap, check out the 106 and Park freestyle we just dropped. The people loving it. I think you would love it too. But thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, especially.
Yeah, definitely check him out. Jalopy Bungus, man. He's fucking dope. Peace.